Status quo sufficient.
I praise God for you, sir. Your reasons at dinner have been sharp and sententious, pleasant without scurrility, witty without affection, audacious without impudency, learned without opinion, and strange without heresy. I did converse this quondam day with a companion of the king's who is entitled, nominated, or called Don Adriano de Armado.
Novi hominum tanquum te. His humor is lofty, his discourse peremptory, his tongue filed, his eye ambitious, his gait majestical, and his general behavior vain, ridiculous, and prosonical. He is too picked, too spruce, too affected, too odd, as it were, too peregrinate, as I may call it.
A most singular and choice epithet.
He draweth a thread of his verbosity finer than the staple of his argument. I do abhor such fanatical phantasms, such insociable and point device companions, such rackers of orthography, as to speak doubt when they should say daubit, debt when they should say debit. D-E-B-T, not D-E-T. He clubs a calf, half, half. Neg-a-harbor, locator, neighbor. Neg abbreviated nay. This is abominable, which he would pronounce abominable. Insinuateth me of insani. Ne intelligis domine, to make frantic, lunatic.
Thou steal, only intelligo.
Bone for bene. Latin a little scratched, twill serve.
They keep neat.
Fideo et gordeo.
Cheera!
Pare cheera, not sierra.
Men of peace, well and comfort.
Most military man, salutations.
They have been at a great feast of languages, and I have stolen the scraps.
They have lived long in the alms basket of words. I marvel that master hath not eaten thee for a word, for thou art not so long by the head as Aurifacabitudinatibus. Thou art easier to swallow than a flat dragon.
Peace, the peal begins.
Artsman, preambulate. We will be singled from the barbarous. Tell me, do you not educate the youth at the charge house on the top of the mountain?
Or mont at the hill.
For your sweet pleasure for the mountain.
I do sans question.
Sir, it is the king's most... Sir, it is the king's most sweet pleasure and affection to welcome the princess at our pavilion in the posteriors of the day, which the rude multitude call the afternoon.
The posteriors of the day, most generous, are both liable and congruent for the afternoon. The word is well called, choice, sweet, and apt. I do assure you, sir, I do assure.
Sir, the king is a noble gentleman, and my familiar, I do assure ye, very good friend, for what is inward between us. Let it pass. I do beseech thee, remember thy courtesy. I beseech thee, apparel thy head, and among other important and most serious designs, and of great import indeed too. But let that pass, for I must tell thee, it will please his grace by the world sometime to lean upon my poor shoulder, and with his royal finger thus dally with my excrement. Where's my mustachio? But, sweetheart, let that pass. By the world I recount no fable, some certain special honors it pleaseth his greatness to impart to Armando, a soldier, a man of travel, that hath seen the world. But let that pass. The very all of all is but sweetheart, I do implore secrecy, that the king would have me design the princess with some delightful ostentation, or show, or antic, or pageant, or firework. Now, understanding that the curate and your sweet self are good at such eruptions and sort of breaking out of mirth, I have acquainted you with all, to the end to crave your assistance.
Sir, you shall present before her the 9 worthies, sir, as concerning some entertainment of time, some show in the posteriors of the day, to be rendered by our assistants at the king's command, and this most gallant and illustrious gentleman before the princess. I say none so fit as to present the 9 worthies.
But sir, where will you find them worthy enough to present them?
Alexander the Great, yourself. Brutus Maccabeus, myself. This most gallant and illustrious gentleman, Hector of Troy. The swain, because of his great length of limb, or joint, shall pass Pompey the Great. The page Hercules.
Pardon, sir, error. She is not quantity enough for that worthy stump. She is not so big as the end of his clout.
Shall I have audience? She shall present Hercules in minority. Her sole entrance and exit shall be strangling a serpent, and I will have an apology ready for that purpose.
An excellent device, gentlemen, so that if any of the audience hiss, you may say, "Well done, Hercules, thou crushest the snake." That is how to make an offense gracious, though few have the grace to do it.
As for the rest of the worthies,
I will play 3 myself.
Thrice worthy, gentlemen.
shall I tell you a thing?
Be it
We shall have, if this fares not, an antic. I beseech you, follow!
Via! Good man Dull!
Huh?
Thou hast spoken no word all this while.
Nor understood none, neither.
Allons, we will employ thee.
Well, I guess I could do a dance or so. Or I could just play on the tabor to the worthies while they dance the hag.
A most dull, honest dull, to our